know who those guys were. Those are not the HVAC guys. Well guys, as you can see, there's a lot of stuff that's been done. All these big piles of dirt are completely gone. There's only one left over here by the pond. Moved a lot of it up here next to the house for the final grade. We're getting ready to start. So this week we'll be putting in our porch posts here. I'm gonna be putting in 8x8s, really big chunky posts for this giant porch. We're gonna go with 6x6, but I thought it might look kind of small, like toothpicks holding the thing up. So we went up a size, went to 8x8s. So once we get those in, we'll be able to take these, what are called stiff legs, these angled supports out, and then we'll be able to do our final grade all the way up. But I'll get up close, show you guys, you know, how close we got the dirt and what the plan is. Just a little update inside too. So we've got a lot of this dirt up here pretty close. I mean, those are going to be able to be taken out with the posts in there, and then we'll be able to get all the way up close to it. But as you can see, I mean, those giant piles of dirt are all gone except for that one. And that one should do everything. If we're measuring right, I mean, we're gonna have plenty. The key is, this is something I didn't tell you guys, from the top here of the porch, we have to go down, we can't be more than 30 inches. If we're more than 30 inches, then we have to put porch railing all the way around. And we really don't want to do that just because the view out here is so pretty. We don't want to ruin that with a bunch of porch railing. So the goal is to get this dirt to about 30 inches all the way around, and then do a gentle slope off of this for the front yard all the way down to the pond. That'll help with a couple things. That'll help with the water runoff going down to the pond. We also plan on hooking up like a gutter system that will lead out into the pond. We'll trench that out from the gutters, and that'll help fill the pond too. But I also want to be as flat as possible, so we don't want just a big hump and then it drops down. We don't want, you know, all the way out here and then by the pond it drops. We just want to do a gentle slope all the way down to the pond. The other issue I've got is this crawl space. We weren't considering, when we put in the crawl space, this 30-inch issue, because we didn't know how high the porch technically was going to be yet. So for this to be where it needs to be, to not have railing here on this outside, then this is going to be below grade. So we got to figure out something. We either have to put this row of block back in and make the entrance a little bit smaller, a little harder to get into, or they've done it where, as the HVAC guys coming now, or we've seen it where they do like railroad ties. So they'll come out, make a little rectangle there outside of it, and then you can push dirt and you can stack those a little bit higher. Then it'd almost be like a step into it to then get inside. So we've got a couple options. Not sure exactly what we're going to do yet, but that's just a little issue that we did run into. Something to think about if you're building your own house, where your crawl space, where your grade is going to be at the end of it. So I want to show you guys a couple things inside before the HVAC guys get all the way up here and get to work. I don't want to be in their way. So we got a lot of this HVAC done. The plumbing, of course, you guys know, is all done. We did a little bit of a cleanup, so we got rid of a bunch of the cardboard and all that stuff that was in here. And now we've got, see, there's the trash bag. Hopefully everybody starts using that. I don't know who those guys were. Those are not the HVAC guys. Well, I've got more time than I thought I did. Those are not the HVAC guys. Those are the guys with Upper Cumberland Electric coming to check out the work that's going to be done on Friday. So on Friday, I showed you guys, here, I'll turn you around. The transformer that is right, I don't know where it'll be on camera, right there. Of course, it's showing my finger, but right there. So we'll go from that transformer box up to the back end of the house, the back corner of the house. And that'll give us power for the inside. At the same time, now Wednesday, so today is Tuesday. Tomorrow, the electrician comes to wire the house, to rough in the house. So we'll have all of the rough ins done this week, but we'll also have the electric ran the underground electric from the transformer to an entrance inside the house. So we'll have all of our rough ends done and we'll be ready for inspections. So by this weekend is where I'm kind of giving myself a little leniency there, but by this weekend we should have all of the rough ends done, and I can get a hold of the inspector over the weekend or on Friday and just let him know, hey, Monday at the soonest, we're good to do inspections. And so that'll be awesome because we pass all of those, get that done. Then we'll be ready to run. I've told you guys about this before, but once the inspections are done, that's when we can come in and do all of the insulation, which we've done some of it, but all of the rest of the insulation. We can do drywall, paint, flooring, adding cabinets, all the things to finish this thing up, trim, interior doors, all that stuff. So it's really exciting. We're getting really close. If we can get to pass these inspections, and of course I have no doubt with that because we've got some really good people that have been working on the house. But once we get that done, then we're ready to make it beautiful in here. Also, I don't know if I've showed you guys or not, but we have the fireplace in now. That's looking good. We've got it going up through the chase at the top, that whole debacle if you've been watching the channel at all. But it is installed now and we're ready to go. But it's pretty nice. It's got the brick feature backlay in there. You can do a real fire in there. It goes straight up through the flue and then up and out. It's also got a vent, you can see going through there. Comes out right there. That is Custom Fireplaces and More in Cookeville, Tennessee. That's who installed all of this. That's who we bought the fireplace from. They were great to work with. I'll link them here in case you guys are looking to do any business with them. I guess the only other thing to show you right now would be our finished porches. It's kind of surreal being able to walk around out here. We've been walking in this ditch that was in here before. It's a ton of space. If you guys don't know, I know everybody's been saying, that's such a huge porch and all this, but just to give you an idea, we do have from the house out, we went 12 feet. So we've got 12 feet out here from the edge of the house right here to where the porch stops is about 20 feet. Then of course you got another 12 feet that goes out here because that's what it does across the whole thing. Across the whole porch from here on the way over. Of course the front of the house is 40 feet and you got 12 and 12, so it's like 64 feet across the front. Got the storm shelter there. We've still got I've got to get fabricator to come in and cut out all of this wood frame and then to cut out the metal there and then fabricate us up a metal door with some kind of a latch or pull or something like that to be able to get in there. We've really, to be honest with you guys, if you haven't figured it out, we've been doing this house kind of as we go, what we want at the moment. And so it's been a lot of fun, but things like this, we don't have fully planned, just like the ventilation situation. We've got to fabricate all this, and then we're assuming right now something out here in this block coming out for ventilation, because all of this under here, besides the metal decking that comes across this whole thing, is hollow inside. I mean, there's a space, a storm shelter inside of there. But you keep coming around, and it's the same mirrored from the other side, from the corner of the house here to the end of the porch is another 20 feet. So we've got plenty of porch. That we are not lacking in at all. Been working on some final grade over here too. Going over to the AC pad. The hard part is it's got to be so high, being that 30 inches out there, that, I mean, we've got to keep it here, and then we've got to be able to kind of feather it out and make it make sense for things like that and the back patio and all that. But Casey's been doing a great job. Super glad to be working with him. He's been out here busting it. I'm gonna do something with that lumber right there too. But other than that, we're just waiting on the electrician to come here tomorrow to get started. and my HVAC guy to finish up working today. And then we're ready for inspection. So let you guys know how that goes. We'll be back out here. See ya.